Hi, ladies. Today is Friday, March 8th, 2019. It is International Women's Day, so happy International Women's Day. It's a day for women throughout the world to celebrate how amazing women are. And for all of you that are trying to conceive or have conceived, you know that women are truly amazing. And as I go through this pregnancy, each and every day, I'm like, OMG, women are amazing, because the things that our body can do, only women can do it. So use no enhancement, only a true woman can do it. And if you haven't conceived yet, it doesn't make you any less of a woman, but the fact that our body even has that capability is just pretty amazing. I'm back because, forgot to say, so I am 20 weeks, 6 days pregnant as of today. And I am back because I wanted to give you an update on two things. On Wednesday of this week, I had my full detailed anatomy ultrasound, and then on Thursday, the next day, yesterday, I had the pediatric cardiogram thingy to check the baby's heart. So I wanted to tell you how those things went, and they both went well. So that's the short answer. I guess video's over, right? So a little more detail. So with the anatomy scan, it took about an hour. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my dogs. My first babies, my fur babies. They're one of them is quite a handful. Trouble. Sorry. Yes, his name is Trouble. So with the anatomy scan, it was pretty good. It was interesting. I went in and my husband was with me, so that was nice. He hadn't seen the baby on ultrasound since I think I did a 6-week ultrasound when I was still doing with the IVF doctor. I did a 6-week ultrasound just to confirm the pregnancy wasn't ectopic, and my husband went to that, and we heard the heartbeat at that time, and that was really nice. But the baby was still a tadpole or a snail, and wasn't moving or anything at that point, although it had apparently a really good heartbeat at the time. And so that was good, but he hadn't been at the other ones, because quite honestly, I wasn't really sure when he needed to be there. I guess he could always be there, but he hadn't been at the others. So he hadn't actually seen the baby since it looked like a baby or a human baby. He's only seen it, he hasn't seen it live. He's seen the pictures from, whenever I get pictures, but this is the first time since that very first ultrasound that he's got to see it. So that was nice. So he knew that I was really concerned about the ultrasound tech telling me the gender of the baby, because I still am adamant. I do not want to know. Yes, it's true. Sometimes I'm very curious, because shopping is a lot less fun when you don't know the gender. It's a lot less fun. I'm just going to be honest with you. Not that I bought anything. I really haven't. Maybe I'm behind schedule that I haven't bought anything. But even looking at things, it's a lot less fun. So, you can't get the little cutesy little girl stuff or whatever little cutesy little boy stuff they have. It's not a lot of cutesy boy stuff, if you ask me. But you can't get that. You kind of just have to go with the neutrals or the whites or the neutrals. I don't know, whatever colors those are, whatever thing you think wouldn't be too offensive. If you buy a pink and you have a little boy, as long as it doesn't say daddy's little girl, I guess it's fine, right? I guess as long as it doesn't have, flowers or something super feminine on it, I guess it's fine. But anyway, so with all that said, he told her, I went to the ladies' room immediately. And while I was in the ladies' room, he told the tech, she doesn't want to know the gender. So that was really good. So when I got there, she was already like, your husband told me don't tell you the gender. So that's good. The ultrasound itself was okay. It was kind of long. Went on for like maybe an hour. And I know I'm horrible, but I was bored at certain points of it. I'm broken, guys. I am so not like, oh my God, every little thing. Like the first few minutes was great because I also had not, I saw the baby. No, that's not true. I saw the baby at my last OBGYN appointment, which was February 14th, Valentine's Day. So it wasn't that long ago. And they did a heart check. I saw the baby quickly on the scan and I saw it kick his legs up, and that was kind of cute. So I had realized that it was looking way more human at this point, but I haven't, I don't know. So when I saw it this time, it was, it was great. You see the head and the little hands and all that. There's a lot of parts that, and maybe I just had a bad tech. She was really nice, but she didn't do enough explaining. And I think that's what it was. And I found myself asking, oh, what's that? Because there were just long periods of silence where she really wasn't saying anything. She's just like, moving the thing around, but not really talking. And so there were long periods of silence. And I was just like, okay, well, and then when I asked one time, I said, well, what's that? And she was like, oh, it's the baby's femur. And I was like, it's a leg. It's good to know the baby has legs, but it's still, it's part of the leg, right? So it was like, okay, that's great. And then when she got to the gender, because she said she needed to confirm the gender, the baby wouldn't cooperate for a while. She had a really hard time trying to get the baby to move. She kept like tapping me and jiggling my stomach and, I don't know, dipping or whatever, just tapping on it and whatever to get the baby to move. Baby was not interested in her commands. Did not want to cooperate with her throughout the entire ultrasound. Did not even want to cooperate with her when she wanted to get the profile of the face or get the face. She did, but I don't really feel like she got really good pictures. So the pictures that she printed out were fairly limited. And she did print out some pictures, but I didn't think they were great. Sorry, listening for the dogs. Sorry. See, this is why I do this stuff early in the morning while I'm at work, because I have really very little in-house distractions. But Olivia. So I have two dogs, very little dogs, a Maltese and a Maltipoo. Very cute, very small. One's 5 pounds, one's about 8 pounds, named Trouble and Olivia. And they have been my children for the past 5 years. They're both 5 years old. They have been my babies. So it will be a huge adjustment bringing an actual baby in here. Sometimes I wonder how they're going to be because they're jealous of each other. So I don't even know how they'll be if I have something I'm holding, because if I pick up one of them, the other one has a fit. So, and I've allowed them to be spoiled. I haven't encouraged it, but I have not discouraged it. Let me just put it that way. They get what they want because they're, my babies. But I say that they're dogs. They have no expectations in life. I don't expect them to grow up, get a job, or do anything or contribute to society. So they're allowed to just be spoiled. Baby's going to have a few more expectations, right? I don't want a spoiled, baby or child or what have you. But anyway, so it's a different story. So when she did the anatomy scan, when she got to the gender, she told me to close my eyes. So I looked away, but the baby really wasn't cooperating with her anyway. So she had a hard time getting the gender. And then finally she did get the gender. But like I said, I had closed my eyes throughout the process anyway. And give me a second. Oh, sorry. But yeah. So maybe this will help, but probably not. Because it'll probably just make more of a annoyance because he doesn't want to sit still. But yeah. So the gender I still don't know, but she was ultimately able to document it because at some point with all her nudging and pushing on my stomach, the baby must have moved and she was able to find out the gender. So they know the gender. I do not know the gender. And I'm okay with that. As far as everything else with the baby looked fine. I asked about a 3D ultrasound. So I see a lot of people do 3D ultrasounds, or post pictures of 3D ultrasounds. And I'm always trying to figure out, I thought at some point I'd get a 3D ultrasound. So I asked her about that and she said, no. She said that you don't have to get a 3D ultrasound, that they're not covered by insurance, which I didn't know. And if it's not covered by insurance, it's definitely not something that I want to do personally. I mean, it might be a good thing to have, but the extra cost, right? I don't know how expensive they are. They may not even be expensive. So if it's something you really want, you may want to do it. But she said that they don't really do it. And the only time that they do it is when, if they feel like it's something they need to look into, or there's a problem on the 2D or something, and then they want to look further in, then they may do a 3D ultrasound. So I was a little disappointed about that because I thought this was the point where I'd be able to see the baby's features and see whose nose it had or whose, I don't know, whatever, and see whatever features it had to just really basically see the baby and get to see it as a person. But what she did do for me was that she decided to show me what a 3D ultrasound looked like. Now, the tech told me that the best time to get a 3D ultrasound is between 24 and 28 weeks. Now, right now, I am, tomorrow I'll be 21 weeks. So, and this was done on Wednesday. So I was still a couple of, I'm still a few weeks shy of being even 24 weeks. So, sorry, my dogs require a lot of attention. It's a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. So between 24 and 28 weeks, she said was the best time because the baby would have put on more weight and would have more fat. And I mean, I know that may sound weird, but right now the baby's skin is very thin and see-through. So that extra layer of fat, makes it look cute. You've seen babies, the cute babies, the pudginess. So it'll get closer to what its birth weight is as we go throughout the pregnancy. And she was just saying right now it's very early on, and the baby is still kind of skeletal looking. So what she did was she did a 3D picture for me, which I'm going to share with you guys, which means trouble. You are going to get down. Okay. So, this one right here that I'm showing you. This is my favorite one. Hopefully you can make that out. This one, and I'll post a picture of it separately. This one is my favorite one because this one is from the side. And this is the 3D that we were able to get. This is the side. No, you don't need to see me. So you can see you can see the ear and you can see the hands and various details and a little bit of the eyes. You can see that the eyes are still closed and, could probably make out where the mouth is and things, but my baby was not good at cooperating with this, ultrasound. So she wanted it from the front to really show me, because also, which I didn't point out, let me show you again. You can see its ribs. You can see, if you look at the bottom there, you can see the ribs. Now, what she was saying was that's all very normal. So she said there's also a reason why they don't like to do the 3D so early, because you can see things like that, which may make people think that something's wrong. But apparently my baby's at a good size it's at a great size, she said, for its gestational age. So I'm not worried about that. So as long as they say it's a good size, I'm good. I'm not looking to have a 14-pound baby or anything, just one that's good size and healthy. So she took 2 3D pictures. The other one is this one. Let me see if I can show it to you. And this one's from the front. Oh wait, let me see. Sorry, let me try this again. Trying to hold it. This one, you can see the baby's eye and its hands in front of its face. But it does look a little scary. I'm going to have to admit, if you look at it, it's a little scary. You know, I mean, it's not scary. It's beautiful, right? But you kind of see it, and it's just, you can't really make out the features. I mean, maybe that's what we would look like, my husband and I, if we, you know, were like more skeletal or lost a lot of weight. But yeah, you can't make out any features, so you don't really see who it looks like. And then the last two pictures are pretty much the same. So she printed them out twice for whatever reason. It's just a side profile in 2D, which looks like so many pictures you seen before, but it's just the sorry, it's getting unwieldy now. It's just the side profile in 2D, so I'm probably not holding it well, but it's a little more of a boring picture. It's just the side of a baby. The 3D were the two that I thought were the most interesting. And I was kind of, you know, most impressed by that, even though it is a little weird. Here it is again, the side thing. Even though it is a little weird, especially from the front, I think it actually helps me connect with the baby a little bit more. I mean, I know for me, I'm not super attached. I know that's weird. I am physically attached, but I don't feel the baby move as much. Maybe I do. Sometimes now I start to feel like things that could be flutters, but I'm like, is that baby or is that gas? So I don't really, you know, the baby is still a stranger to me. And although I'm sure in maternal instinct, you know, I love it in that level, I don't have like, you know, I haven't gotten to know it yet. I haven't seen it yet. And I'm sure once it's born and I hold it, or even see it, you know, in those moments, it'll all click. At least that's what I'm telling myself. In regards to the placenta, like I mentioned before that I had my baby is behind the placenta. So I found, I don't know if the placenta moved, because it can move. But when they were doing the ultrasound on Wednesday, I was told that it is not only an anterior placenta, so which means it's in the front, but it's also posterior as well. So it like wraps around, which was kind of weird. I was like, so wait, it's like the largest placenta ever? I don't know, but somehow it covers like a portion of the front, and it also covers the portion of the back. I don't know. They said it wasn't too much to be concerned about with that. So I'm just like, it sounds weird, which I guess means the baby's in the middle. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I do know that it, you know, that it can still move, I believe. So, cause it does kind of sometimes migrate during your pregnancy. So maybe it will still move. What else was there? I mean, the ultrasound was fine. I'm sorry. It was good. I just, you know, after we went through some of the cuter aspects of it, I did not pick, well, first of all, the woman didn't tell me when she was measuring the kidneys and all of that, but I probably wouldn't have, I was looking at the screen the entire time. So, you know, it just all looked like black blobs to some extent, you know. I mean, I don't have a trained eye. I have not had multiple pregnancies. I look at the screen, I'm just like, you know, show me something, show me a hand or a head or a foot, something that I understand. But some of the other things I just couldn't understand. And so even if I could see the genitals, I mean, unless this is a very impressive boy, I might not have been able to tell what it was anyway. So, it could, a girl, I wouldn't have seen much. And maybe that would have been it. Not seeing anything may mean it's a girl. But, unless it's very obvious that it was a boy, I don't know if I would have really seen anything. But anyway, they also did a vaginal scan, a vaginal measure, or I don't know what the official name is, but she had to do basically where she took the it's almost like a vaginal ultrasound thingy, and she took that with the little camera and inserted it vaginally, which I was not expect. I thought this would all be a whole tummy thing. I didn't think it was a vagina thing too, but she inserted that vaginally so that they can measure the length of my cervix. For some reason, my doctor wanted to have that done to make sure that was still in good position or good length, I guess I should say, for delivery. And also with something else she measured with it. But primarily they wanted to measure the length of my cervix and to just make sure that it was okay. I think it's a little early for that, but I guess it's good. But I guess they just wanted to know what they need to, if there were going to be any issues later. But that all turned out fine. So yeah, that was it. It was no big issues. Only issue I think was that they had a hard time finding where the umbilical cord inserted into the placenta, either the baby. Like, they couldn't find the connection, and then finally they found the connection. So it was like, okay, but they did search around for a while trying to document and find the connection, the baby being connected to the umbilical cord and all of that good stuff. So not super exciting, to be honest, but cute, and I got some good pictures. A good thing about, I've shared about my blood pressure being high, at least high when I go to the doctor, not high when I'm at home or when I take it myself. But a good thing about that, if there could be good things, but unexpected benefit is that means I will have more ultrasounds. So I have more opportunities to hopefully get better pictures and maybe a good 3D picture. Which is even what the text said. She said, if you have to come back and we follow your growth, throughout, then if we can and the baby's in a good position, we will do, we'll try to get another 3D picture for you. So that's good. And so, yeah. And as long as they won't bill my insurance for it. I mean, she only printed out 2 pictures. Like, I don't know what the two 3D pictures. I don't know what that would cost. The entire ultrasound wasn't 3D. It was just, she turned it on to show me what it looked like and printed out those 2 pictures. As far as the next day, I did the cardio test. Again, it was fine. Very similar. I didn't get to see the screen at all. They weren't really about me seeing the screen. It was them seeing the screen, but they were just looking at the heart. So, but the baby's heart was great. No problems. It seemed to be apparently developing normally or very close to normally and what they wanted it to look like. Only issue I had with that was that the woman doing the ultrasound, because it's very similar, it was basically just another ultrasound, but just only focused on the heart. I mean, she was pushing on my stomach so hard at times. Oh my God, I was going to smack her. Like, I would just, and then she keeps telling me stay still because I'm measuring very small blood vessels here. And I'm just like, you are pushing down so hard. It was so uncomfortable at times. It was painful at other times. I just, I wanted to smack her. I was just like, oh my God. But luckily we got through it. And it was about an hour, and it was an hour of this where she sometimes would want me to turn on the right side and turn on the left side because, again, the baby wasn't cooperating or moving the way they wanted it to move. So I had to turn to different sides and all this. And because of that, each time I had to move, it was fine when I was on my side, but I was laying on my back. She was pushing down on my stomach so hard. But all in all, I don't have to do that again because everything looked normal, so I don't need any follow-ups. And what I did learn is that most babies are born with a small hole in their heart that closes within a few months of delivery. And often 80 to 90%, the doctor said, of children will have a heart murmur at some point. So if the pediatrician hears a heart murmur, unless there's something to be concerned about, it does happen. It is quite normal. So that is what they told me. but they didn't see any reason for me to follow up unless after the baby is born, there is a problem. But right now they thought that everything was fine. So that was great. But yeah, that was really it. Those are my tests. Those are my pictures. Not much more going on with me. I'm still waiting to fall in love with the baby. I keep asking people, are people in love with their baby from the moment they find out they're pregnant, or did it take time? I mean, I personally went through a whole range of emotions. I know that I did IVF, so this was definitely not a traditional surprise pregnancy or anything like that. But there was just a whole range of emotions. Once those hormones kicked in for me, I kind of plummeted at times and was super down. And I'll try to talk more about that at another point, but it's just not really something I've ever really shared. But I was super down and super, depressed. It was especially when the morning sickness kicked in and the hormones were at their raging peak. I think I don't know. I went through a whole nother range of feelings that I'm not to say I haven't kicked. I think I'm definitely not where I was. I definitely am not where I was, but I'm not where I want to be emotionally either. So just getting through that has been the biggest thing, because I didn't expect it. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, this is my first rodeo. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect to feel like that all of a sudden. And it just really just threw me for a loop. I just was like, wait, why am I not happy and glowing and, whatever all the time? I was just, I don't know, down. So as I work through that and still try to come through that, I'm just, trying to do the best that I can do. The pregnancy so far has been healthy. The only thing that may be of any concern is my blood pressure. But as I said, when I take it at home, it's always been a normal range. It's never been even slightly high. So I don't know. I do think what it is a white coat situation, which is some people suffer from having high blood pressure when they go to the doctor. And I think that might be what it is, or what it was for me. Like when I go to the doctor, I think I tend to, I don't know, it just elevates my blood pressure. It could be nerves. It could be, I don't know what it is, but I think that's more what the situation is. But that doesn't mean they shouldn't do everything that they feel they need to do to make sure that the baby and me are safe. So if they want to take all these extra precautions, then fine, I'll cooperate. Otherwise, symptom-wise, I know I've spoken about the constipation. The constipation had been a beast for me for a while, and everything I was trying, more fiber, ramping up the fiber by like 200%, wasn't helping. But it's, TMI, it is finally starting to help somewhat. But I was ramping up the fiber, and like every meal, taking Metamucil, drinking prune juice. I didn't do an actual laxative. I did buy the Marilax because I thought that was going to be my resort. I was just like, okay, I need to screw this. I'm just going to take Marilax. Stop trying to just incorporate it in my diet. But eventually I just felt that I could do without it. But I do have it in case I need it. So I'm starting to get back pain. Not severe, but I'm starting to get some back pain, lower back pain. And, I know sometimes, I was reading that people with an anterior placenta, if the baby's in the back, may have more back pain. But now I don't know if it's anterior, posterior. The baby's in the middle, it's a middle baby. So I don't know. But regardless of what it is, pregnant women have back pain. So I'm starting to get some more lower back pain. And my feet, I think, are swollen a little bit, because when I wear my pumps when I'm in the office, they're definitely starting to feel tight. And yeah, I'm still wearing pumps. I don't know if I was supposed to give them up yet or not. I've still been wearing my pumps. They're not like 6-inch stilettos, but they are not super sensible either. They're somewhere between. They're probably like 3-inch So there you go. So like this is, I don't know. I've still been wearing them. It's not the height that bothers me, and I know maybe that's contributing to my back pain, but it's just the shoe itself is starting to get tight. So I'm trying to think about that because I rarely walk around the office in flats. I guess I could. I mean, yeah, I could. I know I could. I just vanity, I guess. But yeah, the pain will probably get me to let go of some of that vanity. And I think that's really it. I mean, symptoms wise, I have all the normal stuff. There's one thing, and I don't know if I mentioned this on any of my other videos, but you could start to have increased saliva. And I have noticed that. I don't know if that's I don't know if have other women noticed that, but I have noticed increased saliva to the point that sometimes when I talk to people, I like spray a little more, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry, it's so embarrassing. But yeah, so there's that, and but other than that, I can't think of any symptoms. I mean, my breasts are still a little tender, but nothing else. I thank God I haven't gotten sciatica, but I thought I maybe was starting to. Last Sunday I was at church and the pews were really hard and I was starting to get a pain in my leg, and I don't know if that was coming from my back because my back was starting to hurt too. And I was sitting in the hard behind pew and I was just like, oh Lord. And I thought it was like sciatica or something. So, but it was kind of on my, well, it wasn't on my outer thigh. Well, I think sciatica is on your outer leg running down or something like that, or it could be burning. It was more so on the inner thigh. So I don't know what was going on, but I'll tell you this, once I left and got out of there, it pretty much stopped. So, and I haven't had it since. So I don't know what it was, but hopefully that's gone. And that's really it. I'm get shortness of breath a lot more. I mean, as I always mention, I am pretty active, but climbing stairs and trying to walk fast, different things, activities that I could do without being short of breath. I've noticed I have shortness of breath a lot more. Oh, and heartburn. But that's not a new symptom for me. I've had heartburn. But since I am 20 weeks, I know that at this point the uterus is pushed up higher, so it pushes your stomach up. So all the organs are starting to push up. At some point they're gonna, who knows where they are, but like everything, your heart, everything is like pushed up. So, so that contributes to heartburn because with your stomach being pushed up, I don't know where it's at, but it's pushed up from where it normally is, right? So with it being pushed up, that contributes more to the heartburn and indigestion. So there's that, and I don't know if any of that will get better. My mom always says that heartburn and indigestion usually comes from when the baby's growing hair. You get a lot of indigestion, you have a baby with a lot of hair. I guess that remains to be seen. We'll see. I mean, in that picture, the baby didn't have no damn hair. I don't know. But it's starting to get hair. It's still very early. And I wouldn't be able to see it on the picture either way. So I don't know. But yeah, that's really it. So, hopefully I'll hear from some of you and let me know how your pregnancies are going, or, how anything is going, and you can kind of share. I was thinking about joining a yoga class, a prenatal yoga class. Not because I want to do yoga. I'm not really a yoga girl. There's nothing wrong with yoga. I'm just not a yoga girl. But I thought about joining prenatal yoga just so I could meet other mommies or pregnant women, so I could have that pregnancy support group. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just not me. And I don't really feel like adding a class into my schedule to go sit into and do something. But I was just thinking maybe I could meet some other pregnant women who I could, commiserate or collab with. But like I said, I'm a tad bit broken. I'm not, fawning over baby yet. And so maybe I don't know. One of my colleagues just returned from maternity leave, and she was talking about how hard it was to leave her baby. And I wonder if that'll be me. You know, how hard it is to leave him in the morning since her baby's male. How hard it was on her first day to come back, and how she cried, and how tough it is to be without him. And, you know, and I'm just looking at her like, really? Like, you know, her baby right now is with her husband during the day for, you know, short term. He's able to help out in that way. And yet I'm thinking, well, baby's at home with daddy. It should be okay, right? I mean, I'm hoping my husband is capable of doing what he needs to do. I don't know, but we'll find out. You know, but baby's at home with daddy. I don't want to have to worry about baby, but maybe you just will, because you're the mom, and daddy's not knocking daddies, but they're not a substitute for mommy, I guess. I don't know. This is definitely memorializing this moment so that later I can look back and say, okay, well, I definitely was baby obsessed, or, you know, I don't know. But I was looking at her like, well, that's cute, but it's kind of like you have two heads. So you can't leave the baby alone at all. You can't take a shower at all. You can't put the baby down at all. You know, I'm thinking to myself like, oh my God, what did I sign up for? I can't do anything. Like, I got to look at it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'm like, oh my God, you just stuck looking at the baby? I just doggy noises. It's probably time for me to go. But I just don't understand. I'm like, can't you put the baby down and take a shower? I mean, I know you don't want to leave the baby unattended, but they do sleep a lot, don't they? Don't newborns sleep a lot? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, do they sleep a lot? Can I take a shower? Can I still work out? I mean, can I get a quick 30-minute workout in while the baby's taking a nap? I know for a while you're not allowed to work out anyway, but once you're cleared to work out, can I work out? It's just things I want to know. Like, I know it's going to be a huge change in my life. So it's like, can I still do some of the things that make me me, or is that completely on? So, I don't know. These are the things that I think about. And, you know, so let me know if this is your second baby or third or seventh or whatever, or if it's your first and you have the same anxieties that I have, let me know. Or if you've had babies before and you're like, no, you can take a shower. Please, somebody tell me you can still take a shower. It's crazy. I'm tired of hearing about mommies who are like, oh my God, I can't do anything. I can't be human. I just got to sit here and hold the baby all day. And I'm thinking, well, first of all, if you hold them all day, they become spoiled. So can't you put it down and take a shower, wash your butt, you know, get some food? Or that's not how it works. I just need to know so I can prepare myself. Because right now I'm thinking, I mean, I understand a lot of times going to go towards baby, but I'm thinking I'm going to still be able to eat and wash my butt too, right? Or am I wrong? Let me know. Please correct me. I just need to know. But anyway, ladies, I will do an update at 21 weeks. I think you know all there is to know right now, or all that I know. You might know more than I know, but everything that I know, I've tried to share. So, you know, let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk soon.